On chat, I am back, and today I'm going over a uh, weekly trade recap. I guess I'm just going to be going over this week. I'm going to be going day by day, going over what trades I took, what trades I didn't take, how I managed to avoid losses on these days, so on and so forth. Um, but yeah, today's Friday. I just requested a nice little payout, my first payout in like two, no, definitely not two, in three, yeah, I think it's been 3 months my last payout, so it was nice. Also, my highest payout yet, so feels really good. Felt really, really relieved, uh, because for the past like two trading days, I could request like a payout, um, and I just really wanted to do that, but I know like there was no point in it when I could just get a bigger one. So yeah, I just felt so relieved when I had that winning day today. But yeah, I'm just gonna stop the yapping and head over to Monday. Let's see what let's see what's going on Monday. I'm gonna try to do it relatively quickly, but also um, try to explain everything as thoroughly as I can. Is that a word? Okay, so 9:30 Monday. Okay, so yeah, I remember we had very nice sell side liquidity here. What I wanted to see was sweep this high at 9:30, then short. If we got a short on this leg right here, after sweeping this high, this would have been identical to my trade today. Uh, because this is literally exactly what I want to see. Accumulation here, manipulate up, distribute down, targeting the sell side liquidity. But we just kept pumping and pumping and pumping, and then we chopped around. And then if price action was good, actually I wouldn't have taken a short up here. I would be honest. Um, some people took shorts up here. The price action just wasn't clean. So I stayed out. Also, like the bias wasn't that obvious. Like I thought we could have easily been bullish here, but once we saw a displacement to the downside here, I was willing to take an inverse on this leg right here because there was like some 5 minute inverses, but the 5 minute inverses like just weren't clean at all. I'm not trying to switch time frames since it's gonna take me back, but I'll try to draw what the 5 minutes looked like. So I'm pretty sure like we had like this sized 5 minute and then like some space. Then we had like a small 5 minute. I'm pretty sure it looks something like this. Um, and then we just like barely closed to the second 5 minute. It just wasn't clean. If the 5 minute looked cleaner and the close was cleaner, I would have definitely taken a 5 minute inverse on this leg because this low resistance liquidity is actually a glitch, and we had equal lows. So yeah, definitely would have taken a short. Just wasn't good enough. Um, I guess I could have been more discretional and entered because how good the sell side was, but I just wasn't feeling it. I just wanted price to actually be a little cleaner. So yeah, Monday, definitely, definitely a possible day that I could have won, but I decided to stay out and just avoid stupid loss that day. So yeah, let's go over to Tuesday. Tuesday, 9:30. Okay, so Tuesday, 9:30. Okay, so what was I looking for here? Oh, this was a bank holiday. Um, so I didn't trade, but if I was gonna trade, this wasn't a bank holiday, I definitely would have taken this long right here. Um, yeah, it probably would have looked like this, target 1-to-1 at these relative equal highs, but it would have been a break even trade, would have 100% be breaking at this break even at this high, then gone break even. So yeah, but the bank holiday Loki wasn't bad because this trade was decent. But yeah, it was a bank holiday at the end of the day, so I wasn't really paying attention too much. Okay, let's check out Wednesday. Wednesday 9:30. It looks like we just dumped here. Um. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I wanted to see longs here. I'm pretty sure I wanted us come down, tap this 15-minute gap, get a long here. Because the high time frame did look bullish, but we ended up being bearish, I guess. So we just dumped through all this. Dump, dump, dump. Okay, so I actually did catch a win. So boom, we came down. Actually, I'm just gonna, I should go to the 15 minute, but I don't feel like switching time frames. So we actually made 15-minute equal lows down here. As the draw on liquidity, we displace down like this on every time frame. Every time frame displace hard to the downside, and then down here we made equal lows with the 15-minute time frame that were very far apart. Like the other low was way over here. If you are not aware, equal lows that are that far apart are one of the best drawn liquidities I've ever seen in my entire day trading career. I love to target them. They're definitely my favorite drawn liquidity target. So once I saw that, I just wanted my model up here. I wanted to see a retrace up into like a 5 or 15 minute gap. I know it was at least a 5 minute. I'm not sure if it tapped a 15 minute, but we did come up here, tapped either a 5 or 15 minute gap, and then displace down from here. This was a very good trade. There is a tiny 1 minute fair value gap here, but the main reason why this was good because of this momentum down after reacting off of the 5 minute gap. So this in the future, I could definitely see myself taking it, but I just didn't feel comfortable because I'm not comfortable taking trades without obvious fair value gaps quite yet. But like, I'm definitely gaining better discretion with like not caring how obvious the gap is, which I think everyone should eventually learn how to do. Like, not care how obvious the gap is, as long as like the context makes very good sense and the draw liquidity's there, momentum's there, and that if everything else is there besides the size of the gap, I just gotta learn to screw in and enter. So yeah, this was definitely a good trade, but it did get break even, and then this is the trade I did end up taking. Looking at this trade, you probably are like, what is this trade? This is the worst trade I've ever seen in my life. But this is literally exactly what I wanted to see happen. Because I've just seen this play out so many times. So boom, tap the 5 minute, displace down, like CISDs, order blocks to downside, whatever, confirming we want to go lower, and then we start chopping. We are, keep in mind, we already have equal lows at these 15 minute, and then we made equal lows right here. I don't know if you can see them. We made equal lows here, and we have low resistance liquidity. We have resting liquidity here. So both my favorite drawn liquidities, low resistance liquidity, and equals, and there's even 1 minute equals. So drawn liquidity obvious, reacting off this 1 minute gap. This is also an AMD model. You'll see this happen so much: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. In this chop right here, boom, we accumulated. Let me do this actually. We accumulated, boom, we manipulated, we swept the buy side, we swept this high inside of this fair value gap, we manipulated up. Then after we did that, we had a bearish reaction to this high. Then boom, what do? We distribute down. AMD, this happens so often. If you just watch the charts every day, you will see this occur so much, so much. So that's why I felt confident taking this. Like, this doesn't, if you're just a pattern trader, this doesn't look good because the gap's tiny. This isn't chop, but this was a good trade. I've seen this play out so many times, so I felt confident to take it. I did not feel confident enough to risk heavy on it though, which I think I definitely could have risked more on it. I only risked like half size pretty much, but that was what I was comfortable risking at the time. So at the end of the day, I'm fine with that decision. But definitely moving forward, I'll get better with gaining more confidence with these type of steps and sizing heavier. So yeah, this is the trade. Low resistance liquidity equals reacting off 5 minute gap. Textbook continuation model. Okay, enough blabbering. So let's go to Thursday. So yeah, that day I made. Actually, I think I lied. Did I make three? Okay, no, I did actually make like 300 something that day. Okay, so boom, let's go over to Thursday now. Okay, yeah, Thursday, I remember. Thursday pre-market was actually insane. This is like the one day in so long I've traded pre-market because, if I'm being honest, Jackonomics, I look at his chat fairly often because he's pretty active in there, and he made some good points. He's like, no profitable trader doesn't trade discretionally. Like, no profitable trader trades the same 5 minute reaction, 1 minute inverse, IFEG model or whatever. People trade discretionally, and he also talks about how time doesn't really matter. Like when there's volume, there's volume. When there's drawn liquidity, there's drawn liquidity. Um, if it's there, it doesn't really matter what time it is, and that's low key facts. So I low key decided to look pre. I literally looked pre market the next day, and I didn't even just trade pre market because he said that the day before. But price action was literally beautiful pre market the next day. Let me just go over. I'll here. I keep stuttering. But here I'm gonna switch time frames since it's Thursday, so it's not that far away. But this is what Thursday was looking like. Look at this. I did this in my video on Thursday, but I'm going to do it again. Look how many stacked up lows we got on the 15-minute. One stacked up low, two stacked up low, three stacked up low. Okay, there's already three stacked up lows. There's no way there's more, right? No, there is. Four stacked up lows and five stacked up lows. We have five lows right here, and they're all in a trend line, more or less like a good trend line. These are like in a better trend line, but all of them are just like pretty much in a trend line, which is low resistance liquidity, which is a phenomenal liquidity pool once again. So yeah, and then on the 15-minute, what happens? We react off this 15-minute gap, which is also an hourly gap, displace down. After this displacement down, this confirms we are reacting off this gap and we want to see lower prices. We want to sweep liquidity lower. And then boom, yeah, this displacement down, inversing this gap. This gap doesn't even need to be here, but the fact it inverses gap as well is just like double confluence, I guess. But boom, we retraced up. We tapped this 15-minute. Now displacement out of this 15-minute would confirm that we want to see lower prices as well. And then I go to the 5-minute. What do I see? We inverse this 5-minute gap to the downside. We inverse this 5-minute gap to the downside. And then after we inverse it, I'm noticing that we go up and retrace into a 5-minute gap right here. And then displacement out of this 5-minute gap would just confirm literally everything that I just showed. Would confirm that we want to go lower. And boom, what do you know? We displaced even out of this 5-minute gap and inverse an obvious gap at the same time. So you already know this is my entry. What the hell? So this was my trade. It was at 8:18, hella early. I was up lifting. I was literally at the gym, and I took a 20-minute rest because I was looking at this trade. 20-minute rest, was it 20 minutes? I don't know. Probably. Oh, we actually Loki was. Yeah, this is the trade. Beautiful pre-market trade. Momentum was there. Volume was there. Everything was there. Not only that, look at these equal lows. What was I just talking about a second ago? On the last day, I believe. Equal lows this far apart are my favorite draw on liquidity ever. We have those. And then what's my second favorite draw? Low resistance liquidity. We have low resistance liquidity here. Low resistance liquidity here. Just my favorite. Holy crap. My favorite draws on liquidity all in one once again. So boom, shorted here. I risked very, very light size. I think, I'm not even gonna lie, I think I risked $60 because it was a pre-market trade, and I was like so close to getting a payout, so I wasn't about to just like take a stupid loss in a pre-market trade that I never trade. So I risked like $60, but I was also going for like 5R. I was literally targeting like whatever 5R was. It might have even been this low. But yeah, this was the plan. Like I wasn't gonna take profit until down here. But then unfortunately, once we swept out these equal lows, I moved break even. And then look what happened after I moved break even. No, you can't make this up, Jet. You cannot make this up. If I writ a script, I don't know. You cannot make this up. I got break even by literally a tick. And then what do? We dump. We dump and we don't stop dumping straight to my TP. And then once my TP got hit, we still kept dumping even past my TP. But yeah, this was pretty annoying. Would have made low-key a good amount, especially for how much I risked. I would literally risk $60 to make like 400 or like 3 or 400, which would have been nice. But yeah, this is my only trade this day. I'm pretty sure got break even on it. So yeah, pretty rough break even there. But it was a pre-market trade. I can't be too upset about. Let me look what what the actual New York session looked like. Okay, yeah, so we longed here, shorted here. did I take a trade here? Okay, no, I actually did take a trade here. I took this trade. I risked lightly. I probably risked like two, 300. Um, but it's because we had a new week opening gap to the left, like right here. We made relative equal lows with pretty much. And then, as you can see, this is identical to my trade. No, this is identical to the trade I missed out on, like Tuesday or something. So I learned from it. Although like there was like a small 30-second gap, I'm pretty sure. Although it was tiny, I did not care because the context was perfect. So I entered here. I moved break even once we hit this low. I then ended up getting break even and it ended up saving me. So yeah, there was like a 3 minute short or something right here that was decent, but I did not take. So yeah, that was Thursday. And then let's go to my favorite day of them all. If you didn't watch my YouTube video, I posted two clips actually. One clip was just like the straight into the trade. The other one was like me explaining everything I wanted to see pre-market, and then everything I wanted to see literally happened. So I entered and then got a payout from it. But yeah, Friday. Wow, man, such a beauty. I explained it better in my video, my last video, so you could watch that if you want. But pretty much just wow, this is a beauty. What I wanted to see was us leave relative equal highs right here because we did have a high time frame SMT. So we had a high time frame SMT right here, and we are inside of an hourly gap over to the left. So we sub sell side react off an hourly gap with a bullish SMT on that time frame. So literally what I want to see at market open was us come down, sweep out the sell side, then get a long. That's exactly what happened. Now normally I would have literally missed out on this long just because we tapped this tiny gap. Just because we tapped this tiny gap before we got this 1 minute inverse down here. But me today, I was like, there's no way I called price perfectly. I wanted to leave relative equal highs, 930 just swing down, react off hourly gap, then get some bullish momentum up. There's no way I'm about to miss out on this trade after I literally just said exactly what I wanted to see and exactly what I want to see happen, just besides the fact we tapped a tiny little 1 minute gap beforehand. So I took it, I didn't even care. This is like one of the first times I've taken this is like a discretion trade. I don't really take like discretion trades on my actual fundeds, but this one was just way too good. I've also gone better, really good with like entering off momentum, like watching how momentum towards my draw liquidity works. Like I've just been seeing it happen so much in a lot of time. So I've been getting confident with even just entering off momentum. Like there doesn't even have to be a gap, just momentum towards my draw. And it's really nice. So yeah, targeting relative equal highs. My TP was actually an unfold hourly gap way up here. So this was the most stressful trade of my life because actually I entered here. Then after this bullish candle, I scaled in one. I got a little greedy, I guess, or not even greedy. But I just thought it was low key smart because this bullish candle was nice. Like we just spliced past these highs. So I thought if we came down to like here, we would have just hit my break even anyway. So it was fine. Yeah, it was just so stressful because this could have either secured me a nice payout or hit my break even. I made $0 and would have cried the rest of the day, but it did end up hitting TP, and I was so happy. I had to cut off like most of my reaction because I was just like screaming and whatnot, but I was so happy. It's not even funny, but yeah, job's nowhere near finished. Just need to continue to be patient, follow my rules every single day, and I should be getting payouts like this every single month. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me go over my stats also to. Oh, they're already up, I guess. So boom, these are my stats this month. It's so dark. These are my stats this month. Boom, win, break even, win, boom, win, break even, win. And then if you look at my stats last month, look at this, not a single green day. I mean, this is break even, this is break even, this is break even, this is break even, this is break even. So there should like these should be like white or something. They shouldn't be red. Then this was a legitimate loss. This was like a half size loss. This was another decently small loss. Notice how good my risk management is. I just made $760 today, and none of these losses is more than 500. So that's just solid risk management from me. I can't even lie. Um, yeah, half size loss. This was my biggest loss, I think, and then break even, and then this was break even too, and then this. I think this one I accidentally entered, and then this one was a trade. I think one of them, yeah, I think it was this one is a trade that I got break even on, and then I re-entered. So I low key had a bad mental day that day because I pretty sure I got break even, and I was so confident that I re-entered, which I'm not even low key mad about because it was like very obvious drawn liquidity, so I'm not that mad about the re-enter. But I closed early because I just didn't want to take a loss on a re-entry whenever I should have got break even. So I'm glad I just closed it because I shouldn't have done that. And then yeah, but look at this. This is why you just stay disciplined, stay patient. Literally, um, not a single green day this whole month October. And then this month I was patient, sized heavy on the good trades, sized heavy on this trade. These trades, I forget what this trade was, but this trade I should have sized more. I can't even lie. I mean, it's hindsight, but I should, definitely could have sized more. But yeah, this just show patience really does pay. Just be patient, wait for those A+ setups, and holy fuck, my turn on brightness. And yeah, man, I think that's about it. Oh, this is low key a long video, but if you made it till the end, comment. I don't know, comment hello, how are you doing today? And feel free to join my free Discord. The link is in my YouTube bio. And yeah, that's been the video. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.